I got 4 final questions as we round the bases. I was going to ask you something like a softball, like who's your favorite Goldberg, and then you could have said Ellie or maybe Susan, but we already know
Susan
that one. Yeah, I'll ask you about your favorite Hancock, because in the shadows for really every step of the way has been your amazing wife, Nikki. I used to ask everybody, their guests, what was the biggest home run, and they'd say marrying my wife. I'm like, okay, everybody's saying that, and I'm not saying it's not true. But in your case, I just think about all the miles traveled, and I know all the hours it takes a special person to be able to handle that. And every time I look, the two of you are together. So 2-part question here. 1, the rock that she has been, I want you to talk about that. And 2, what it was like to have all your family down on the field for that final, that championship game last week.
Well, my wife, Nikki, is a rock. You nailed it. We were high school sweethearts, and that hasn't changed. And to have the whole family there was amazing. And my bosses said, we're going to honor you at the first break of the first quarter. We want you to come to the field. We want you to bring your family. Would they come? And I said, I don't know. They're pretty shy, but I'll ask them. And led by Jack, they all said, yeah, we'll do it. It was amazing. I couldn't. We were on the field. None of us could hear what was being said. There was a producer down there pointing at us when we were supposed to wave and when we walked out, but I still haven't heard what they said. But it was a great experience. And all the people who've said to me, wow, you have a great looking family. And I say, yep, we sure do. Got 2 daughters-in-law, 1 son, and 3 awesome grandkids.
You know, and I never met your son. I know people know the story, certainly, of the Oklahoma State plane crash, but I have to imagine that you see so much of Will in your grandkids and their endeavors every single day as well.
Yeah, every day. And I don't think I was the best dad I could have been. I was traveling. I was on the road a lot. And so I made sure with the grandkids not to miss anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling everybody, like, there was not a performance that I went to, even the smallest of ones, where in the midst of the craziness of Bill's world, there he was, you know, in the high school theater for another chorus performance or a musical or whatever it was. And so pretty cool. I know Nate was telling me he used to take the boys to high school football games every Friday night. And so figuring out a way to carve out that time, I know was so important. All right. Second question, as we round the bases, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, I asked you about what's next, but I didn't realize, marathons, mountain climbing, Mount Rainier, Great Wall of China, you've been in the Grand Canyon. Is there a somewhere that you and Nikki want to go? You mentioned Israel, but is there something that you want to conquer, something you want to get out there and do still?
Yeah, I haven't spent as much time as I want to in northern Italy and Germany. We went there for the Olympics, but I want to go back there. There's a Band of Brothers based tour across Germany, across Europe. I want to do that. I want to ride the train across Canada. I want to go visit the small towns in Kansas. I've never been to Hannibal, Missouri, for crying out loud. It's right over there. Just go. So yeah, there's, like I said before, so much on our plates, and we're going to get after it.
All right. Well, Hannibal, Missouri is a stop on the way to Chicago for the Goldbergs, has been for years when we go see family. The Java Jive, that's the coffee stop we always stop at, grab lunch. So you'll need to do that when you get there. Okay. Third question as we wrap things up, as we round the bases. I understand as a kid you learned math from this unbelievable ability just to think in terms of sevens. So was it written on the wall from the beginning that you were going to be working in football?
It really goofed me up when they put in the 2-point play because now you could get 8. And yeah, I used to quiz Jack when he was 3 and 4 years old, our grandson, about how can you get 11 points in football? And he got where he would say 4 safeties and a field goal. Yeah, I lived by sevens. And of course, 7 days in a week. So I knew if it was September 14, a Saturday, there was going to be another game on the 21st and another one on the 28th. And you always knew 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. And you better not miss an extra point because it goofed up your sevens.
Right. I used to be good up until about through 70. I mean, obviously 10 times 7, 70, that's easy. Nobody was scoring 11 touchdowns, but I guess that's 77. You're anyway, my sevens were always good with that too. You're right. The 2-point conversion really messed everything up. Okay, last question. My walk-off question. I love it. Even in those emails that you were sending out, those daily emails from the Olympics, and I can't wait to see what you send our way for Paris. It would be, it is so-and-so time here, but it is this time back in Hobart, Oklahoma. I sense that Hobart will always be a part of you. It's who you are, right? And so I was told that you are the self-appointed historian of Hobart and on a mission to collect every Hobart High School yearbook since 1938. Is this true?
Well, that is actually true, and I'm missing 21 and 22, and I'm pretty disappointed with the yearbook advisor who hasn't cashed my check for $20 a year to get me those two.
Well, I know this much. It is, as humble as you are, been just a fascinating and incredible career. We could have talked hours just about favorite game. We could have done a top 100 of favorite games, but I'm not going to put you on the spot like that. You already gave me some best athletes, best moments. I heard something about a typewriter falling from a press box once onto a basketball court. The amount of bloopers and weird things that happen are some of the beauties, I think, that keep us going every single day when it can get a little bit monotonous. And I'm talking about monotony in the best of fields. Like we all have the ups and downs, but I think that from my role, from your role, and anything that's around that world, the photographers, the ushers, whoever it is, it's such a cool, fun, unique experience. But as you said from the beginning about people. So Bill, I want to congratulate you, although it still seems strange to do it because you're not disappearing, but congratulations unofficially, I guess, on an incredible career. And I can't wait to see what's next, and really appreciate you spending time here. And of course, on the personal level as well. It's been so great getting to know your family.
Thank you, Joel. Same to you. And we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Bill.